Oh my god. Oh god. This trailer is amazing. First off, it's so... You want to know how amazing it is? It makes me forget that by the end of this movie, I'm going to be completely destroyed. Once I come off of this high, I'm going to be like, I can't wait till May because I know what's going to happen. I don't know, but I know what's going to happen. What's sort of always been in the back of my mind is how pretty much the inciting incident of what really sets the Avengers, apart into two separate subsets is more or less going to be a plot device, because that's how it plays out in the comics. The plot device isn't a plot device. It's actually 3 movies worth of backstory. For those of you who don't think that Tony Stark is a penitent man, first off, you're horribly, terribly wrong, okay? Because his entire reason for being Iron Man is that he actually saw that his weapons were actually turned against the very people that he thought he was protecting. And then what happens in Age of Ultron? His own invention. Not only does it turn against Tony Stark and the Avengers, it turns against all of humanity. Tony Stark really has to be feeling a lot of guilt about that. So of course, in this trailer, we see that he's like, regulate the shit out of the Avengers if you want to. Totally, anything that you want to come in and tell me to do, I'm all for it, because guess what? I fucked up, and I fucked up big time. On the other side, you've got Steve Rogers. The last time that we saw Captain America in his own solo film, it was Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Having to deal with the 21st century question of security over liberty. When you take a look at the plan that Hydra had, it's not at all different from the plan that S.H.I.E.L.D. had in order to protect America and her interests. So here we are now at Civil War, and he believes very much in checks and balances. He believes that he, as Captain America and his compatriots, the Avengers, are a form of checks and balances. So right there, storylines that have been written movies ago. The first Marvel movie ever made was laying down the groundwork for this movie. What? Marvel! Mic drop! The action that they showcase, it's absolutely brutal and it's escalating. We're seeing that they're not pulling punches. They're actually trying to hurt, possibly even kill one another. That's incredibly exciting, because I was still someone that believed that, everyone was going to make it. Maybe somebody was going to get their feelings hurt. This was absolutely emotionally brutal too. I teared up. I'm not ashamed to say that. I teared up and I cried, and I'll tell you what part it was. Roll the clip.
Stay down. Final warning.
I could do this all day.
I cried then. And you want to know why I cried? Because it was a callback to this moment.
I could do this all day.
I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. I'm not physically, emotionally, or spiritually prepared for what's about to happen. So storylines and motivations aside, even though that's the big one for me, let's put that aside for a moment. There's only minimal new footage, so it's enough to kind of be like, oh, new things for me to consume and enjoy, but also not so much in which I kind of feel like I've been given the whole story. I know I keep on bringing that up in a lot of my reviews, but that's sort of a deal breaker for me. That's kind of like the make or break in terms of what makes a trailer successful or not. Listen, I've seen every single Marvel movie multiple times. I've read the Civil War comics, but at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here is enough to make me question if I know anything at all. Another thing I love about this trailer is that you don't really know where these specific moments are going to end up in the movie. I have no idea where anything is going to happen. We keep on thinking we're that matchup. We all think that that's going to happen at the end of the movie. That's going to be the last 20, 30, 40 minutes of this movie. Not so certain about that, and I'll tell you why. It has something to do with this guy.
On the roof!
Hey, everyone.
I'm so happy he's here. I'm so happy. This is the world we live in. I live in a beautiful time. If I die before May, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so mad. I don't want to hear anybody telling, the congregation about how I'm in a better place. No, I'm sorry. Continuing on. So that guy shows up. First off, he looks amazing. Is it better than the Sam Raimi costume? No, because that was just perfection. But I love that they pretty much stay with the same concept. They've added these chevrons on the sleeves and the legs. It looks great. It looks amazing. His eyes contract. Did you see that shit? Thank you for watching Deadpool. It has now been confirmed. He's here. He's showing up. And not only showing up, but in battle, in the suit, as Spidey. So, let me ask you this. Am I supposed to be sitting in the theater for about 2 hours before you actually get to this? I feel like if it was really going to be this surprise moment kept to the very end, they wouldn't have placed it in this trailer. So it makes me believe that Spidey / Peter Parker actually has a much bigger part than just sort of showing up as the cherry on top of this incredibly awesome Sunday. There was another thing, too, that kind of made me think as to whether or not this may or may not be in the second or third act. Okay, so we've seen this shot of Rhodey being, shot down, We knew that he was going to end up in a field somewhere, looking all battered and beaten up, possibly dead. Oh my God, do not kill Rhodey. That seems to me like something that would happen towards the end of the first, somewhere in the second act, so that way we can now get to the total ass kicking that's about to happen in the third act. Then again, this fight, it keep on setting it up as like, the money shot of the entire movie. The whole reason that you're going to go see it is that fight of the two sets of teams going at one another. But Rhodey is there. So either this fight is indeed happening in the second act and Rhodey is somehow shot down, dies, or we never really know who's in the suit. What if this fight actually happens after the death or injury of Rhodey and it's somebody else in the suit? Unlikely, I admit. We live in a crazy time, okay? Anything could happen. That's what I love about this trailer. Anything could happen in this movie. We have no idea. I have no idea what's happening. That's how you cut a fucking trailer. Other things that I did like were these sort of like small interstitial shots. I love the shot of Scarlet Witch taking on the Vision, because holy crap, you can actually affect the Vision that way. Is he faking it? Is he not? Is she really that powerful? Is House of M gonna happen somehow, some way where she now starts to affect reality? Ant-Man! He flies off the tip of an arrow through the gauntlet of Iron Man. Oh my God, it's so good. It's gonna be so amazing. Black Panther. Oh my God, they got him so right. It looks so good. It looks so amazing. The only way Marvel could make me any happier is if we actually get to meet the Queen of Wakanda in this movie. I need to see the Jay-Z and Beyonce of the Marvel Universe together, here, loving one another as man and wife. I'm the happiest of pandas. Everyone keeps asking me, whose side am I on? Am I Team Cap? Am I Team Iron Man? Admittedly, I'm a huge Tony Stark fan. While I understand where he's coming from, at the end of the day, Team Cap, I believe that, yeah, you got to go ahead and be the one that checks yourself. I love that this is a guy who believes in fighting for ideals rather than a specific government. I'm on Team Cap, but that could very well change by the time that I see this movie and by the time we roll to the end of it. Listen, this trailer was amazing. This movie is going to be amazing. I love you all so much, and I love Marvel, and I love Disney, and I love everything and everybody. Comment below, tell me what you think, subscribe, do whatever it is that you feel the need to do. I'm going to go and enjoy the world that I live in, because it's a world where this movie exists and this trailer exists, all right? I'll talk to you later. I love you, bye!